Hey everybody, Al Puglisi Trains. You know, Andre Konechny and Alex Kohler and I are blessed to be part of a volunteer crew down here on Howard Zane's layout. And we're doing some maintenance today and repairing some scenery that a visitor accidentally punched through, and some bent fencing here and there, and straightening trees, and going through rolling stock and making sure all the couplers are the correct height. So let me show you some of the maintenance that goes into it. All right, Andre Konechny, you're not using a creeper, but you're being real careful over the cement factory.
I am being extremely careful.
Yeah.
I've got my left arm on the roadbed
Yes.
of the main line here. So this is really well reinforced. I don't want to put it here or down here.
Right.
But right here is pretty safe. And I'm just aligning cars up in the mine there, Speranza mine.
Right.
We did a little bit of changing here. We're trying to kind of identify some of the scratch-built cars. We want to feature those prominently, so we're going to pull them out from the mine area and then kind of backfill with the extra stuff that we have.
Right. You know, pick all the absolute best cars.
Right.
And put them to the foreground.
Yeah.
And then put the lesser cars away.
Right.
Now
this isn't a scratch build. This is a wood kit. I know it's an Ambroid kit. Howard's got plenty of them. But these are beautiful cars, so we're going to feature them. And look at the weathering on it. I mean, it's just crazy.
And on this case, we're not using a creeper, but yeah, you're being very careful.
This is as far back as we have to go, and we can go right in this area here. So yeah, I mean, I'm making sure I'm not leaning over, and but we have all these cars back here that I've already finished, so we're just working our way back out. I got a handful more to do, and we'll be done this area, and then I'm going to head on over to the other mines. We've gathered, if you look in the box right there, we've gathered almost 20 of the wooden cars. We're going to check them for height and everything, and we're going to go on for a concert.
Good. Well, let me show folks what I'm doing. Well, folks, it's hot as hell outside, and I'm lucky to be working near Hess Falls, where the spray of water, pretend water, is keeping me from burning alive. And behind me is a tear in the scenery that I think a visitor or someone accidentally poked a hole in. And let me show it to you. It's an easy repair. Well, you've got Hess Falls here, and to the left of Hess Falls, there's a nasty hole in the scenery, and the scenery is very, very sturdy. Howard, if you buy Howard's book, which we sell on the channel, it's a big coffee table book. It explains how the layout was built with 450 color photos. Howard will explain in the book that this entire layout was built with red rosin roofing paper over cardboard strips. Now, the rock castings were done with primarily hydrocal, but the shell itself was done with the regular cardboard stripping and red rosin paper. He did not use plaster cloth. Now, the good thing about it is it's strong, it's inexpensive, and it gives. It doesn't crack. There's some give to it, which is good. And it's easy to repair if something happens. Now, I'm getting behind it with some reinforcements and a hot glue gun and the Woodland Scenic foliage, and I'll patch it from the back side and then fill the rest in with the Woodland Scenics. Let me show you. Well, I'm underneath the layout. That's always a fun place to be, underneath the layout, and luckily I can get to it. Behind me here is the back side of the hole, and I'll just take a hot glue gun and take some cardstock and patch it up from the back, make it strong, and fill it in from the front with some Woodland Scenics. Let me show you. Give you an idea, folks, of some of the wiring under here. There's miles and miles and miles of wiring, and Howard had some friends help out with the wiring, and even though it looks very intimidating, it has lasted a long time and is still very dependable. And then let's see if I can show you here. This is the back side right here, and I have spliced, I've just taken some cardstock and hot glued it across here where the hole is, and using some cardboard strips to reinforce it, make it nice and strong. And then I'll come through the back side, I'll come up through the front with the Woodland Scenics with a hot glue gun and fix it. Here's some short circuit relays that are all over the layout. These are I believe these are PSX relays that are power conduits for power, and all over the layout. And there's just two of them here to show you. It's part of the DCC system. Today's stupid mistake, folks. If you decide to wear shorts like I did today, and you're using a hot glue gun, you better damn sure make sure that you don't get any of that hot glue drip down, because it dripped down on my legs and burned the living hell out of me. And luckily, it caught my shorts here and did the burn in there. Just want to be real careful, especially with a really strong hot glue gun. Well, folks, just like I said, there are hot glue guns and there are really hot glue guns, and this glue gun is a hot as hell glue gun. This will burn the living crap out of you. So just exercise common sense and caution when you're doing this. It's so hot you can actually see that sucker smoking. I'll patch this up and show you the after. Well, you can see that the hole is almost fixed, just slowly gluing it back together, and it'll have the flexibility and strength it once had. Well, the patch is completed. Can't even tell where it was, can you? Well, the repair area was actually right about in here. So that's some of the genius of red rosin paper. It's strong, it's inexpensive. He did this whole layout. Instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars on plaster sheets of plaster cloth, he did it in red rosin paper. Highly recommend you buy the book to learn more about it. Let's go over and see what Alex is doing. Alex Kohler, how you doing?
Good, Al. How's it going?
Good. Alex is doing some maintenance on the engines, setting sounds and test running, and we've got too many locomotives on the layout, and we're getting them off the layout so we can begin doing a lot of extensive testing with the rolling stock. So let me show you. Well, we've been taking some locomotives off the layout to uncrowd the main line. We had about 8 or 9 locomotives out here in this yard, and we're getting ready to start again going through all the rolling stock, getting only the very best rolling stock out, and doing coupler height maintenance, and walking around the layout and straightening any bent trees that mice or trains might have grabbed or bent. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you like the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything to do it, and it greatly promotes the channel. The more subscribers, the more YouTube pushes out the videos. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. Again, you don't get on an email list, and it costs nothing to do so. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned to Al Puglisi Trains.